parents. This video is about landmark and friendly numbers in terms of multiplication and not addition this time. So when making friendly numbers, we want to make tens or a friendlier number to work with because that way we know they're easier to work with. Sometimes we get caught up and we think we can multiply by an 8 or a 7 or a 3 sometimes, but those are not the friendliest numbers to work with. They conceptually we can't or visually we can't see how we would want to multiply. But if we add up or subtract down, we can make it a 10 or we can make it a nicer number, and we can make it easier for us to work with. So when we add up or even subtract down to make a 10 or a 5, could be a friendly number as well, we will need to subtract the difference in the groups of what we multiplied by. And this looks like this. If we have the question 11 times 13, 11 is not a friendly number, but we are 1 away from a great number, the 10. So we can take one group of 13 because if we have 11 times 13, then we know we are multiplying 11 groups of 13. So now we take the 1 away, and now we have 10 times 13. We have 10 times 13, and we know that 10 times 13 automatically is 130. Why? Because we have a 0, and anything that's multiplied with it that has any number that is multiplied by a 10 or 100 or 1,000, you want to move that 0 over however many zeros you have. So if you have 1 0, you want to move that over. And then if we have 13 times 1, it's multiplied by itself. So 130, easy. And then we bring that 130 down. Now we have 130 plus 13. Why? Because we took away one set of 13, or one group of 13. If we were to take away 6 and get down to 5, then we would have 5 times 13. That can work as well, but then we would have to add 6 groups of 13 back into whatever sum is 5 times 13. So we have 130 times 13, and that's 13 is not an easy number to work with either. So if we split up, we know by place value that we have 110. So we would have 130 plus 10, so now it's 40. So we have 10, and we have 3. We have 3 left over, then we add that 3. Now we have 143. Okay, and if we were to do it again, we can work with the question 15 times 50. 15 is not an easy number to work with, but we know we have a 50, so we don't have to change that one. We can change the 15. We can either add a 5, or we can make it a 20, or we can take away a 5 and we can make it a 10. So I'm going to take away the 5 and I'll make it a 10. So now we have 10 times 50. And look, we have 2 zeros. So we're going to bring those over, and then 5 times 1 equals 5. So we have 500. Now we bring the 500 down, and now we have to add 5 groups of 50 back into 500. So 500 plus 50 equals 550. So that was 1 And then 550 plus 50 equals 600. That was 2. And then 600 plus 50 equals 650. That's 3. I'm going to bring the 650 down here because I don't have any room. So 650 plus 50 equals 700. And that's 4 groups of 50. And then 700 plus 750, not 750, 700 plus 50 equals 750, and that is 5 groups of 50. So our answer is 750.